Here we go again. What I'm referring to is the Sandra Bland commotion that's going on now. It's been going on for a little while now, and I wasn't gonna even talk about it at all. I was just gonna talk about it, between people that I know. But hopefully, somebody will watch this video and it'll, a light bulb will ring off in their head. But I've been seeing, what people have been saying about the whole ordeal, and they kind of turned it into a, how you say it, kind of like a conspiracy. Like she was killed because, okay, it all goes back to her getting arrested. I'm not gonna go too in detail with it because if you're watching this video, you probably watched the arrest video. You probably watched the video of them taking her and putting her on a gurney, and everything, and rolling her up. So I'm not gonna get into that, but it all goes back to when she was arrested. Her and a state trooper in Texas had some words. Needless to say, things went sour. She ends up arrested. There was a physical altercation as well. She was put in handcuffs, taken to jail. Lo and behold, a few days later, she's dead, and it's ruled a suicide. Okay. People are basically saying, like I said, that the state trooper, was she threatened to, take these people to court because she felt that her situation was handled wrong. Okay, fine. But what they're saying is she was killed in jail because they didn't want a court situation, basically. And I'm here to tell you, like, I'm not going one way or the other. I'm strictly off of facts, really. So once the facts come out, we'll all know what happened, hopefully. But I will tell you what I know from certain experiences I've had. She was arrested and taken to the county jail. Now, county jail really doesn't have much to do with the state trooper. She was kind of, it's like a whole different law enforcement entity, basically. I can't see why the county would risk their name to cover up something a trooper did. That's two different levels of law enforcement, basically. If you're a sheriff, you're going to stay in your county. You deal with stuff that is in your county. Maybe, if it happened in their county, not to discredit them, I'm just saying, for sake of the conversation, if it happened in their county, possibly, but they didn't make the arrest. It wouldn't be on them. They wouldn't be getting taken to court. So why would they, put their department's name on the line for a trooper? That's the first thing. The second thing I've been seeing is people, taking her photo and analyzing it and saying that, she was dead in the photo and things like that. From what I know, most jail facilities use what's called an APHIS machine. It's a pretty big machine. I don't know the exact weight, maybe about 300 pounds. It's hefty. It's a hefty machine. It's a lot of metal, and it has a fingerprint, a scanner on it to scan your fingerprints. There's no ink. The camera is actually built into the machine. So you have to adjust the camera. It has knobs on it to where you can adjust the cameras and stuff. There's no way you could bring that machine into a cell. And there's no way you can turn that machine, because what they were saying was the jail cell had tan walls and a gray floor. Cool. But is it, possible that maybe wherever their machine is might have had gray walls? Somebody was saying that her hair was back towards, like if she was laying on the ground. She's an African American woman, and she had looked like dreads. I see guys all the time, and they have shorter dreads. They push their hair back, and it stays back like that. It doesn't hang down because they're shorter. They really have the weight to just hang like that. So you can push them back, and they'll stay kind of stiff, like, backwards. So you really can't use that either. And like I said, you can't take the camera off that machine, take a picture. Everything uploads straight from the machine. You take the picture with the machine, You run the fingerprints with the machine. You send everything off at the same time. And what they do is the people at the APHIS company or whatever, whoever does that stuff, they send you back confirmation whether all the information went through, whether it was all correctly done. If you have to redo fingerprints, or do DNA tests, send them DNA, things like that for their database. So a lot of the allegations, people saying, that this was a a cover up. I don't know. I don't think it was a cover up, to be honest with you. I really don't. She was known to be suicidal. Her family, said that she had her ups and downs, as everybody does. They have their ups and downs. But in the paperwork that the sheriff or the deputy is required to complete prior to an inmate being fully in process, they ask you things like, you ever think about hurting yourself? Have you ever tried to hurt yourself? Things like that. And she answered yes to some of those questions. So that shows that she could have been, contemplating suicide. That's a lot of shit to go through. One day it's depressing. I'm sure you driving in your car one minute, and the next minute you get locked up. So, I mean, you got enough stress on you, and then that added stress, that could have been the end of the line, end of her rope, and she might have decided to take her life. But as far as her photo being taken while she was already dead, that's highly unlikely. It's highly unlikely that sheriff department would risk trying to cover up something a trooper did, and that's pretty much the long and short of it. You have to wait until all the facts come out. A lot of people are talking about the video was altered. There's certain things that you show the public, and there's certain things that you can't show the public when you're dealing with stuff like that. So they can sanitize the video, and sanitizing the video is just taking out key points that could make or break, the investigation, things like that. You really don't want the public knowing everything until, it kind of weans down. Trust me, the people that need the full video have the full video, and they're reviewing it, So as far as the video being altered, might have been. And like I said, it's because they can't show you everything. Who are you? Who are we as regular people? Who are we to have the full video? I want to see the full video. You're not nobody. You're not a prosecutor. You're not, So you're not gonna have the full video. You're not a detective. You're not anything like that. You're not gonna have the full video. You're gonna put out what they want the public to see, and that's with anything. That's with any kind of case. They're gonna put out exactly what they want the public to see. At the time. So that's my take on it. You mad? Hey, you can be mad. You can cuss me out, whatever. But it was a possibility. She was suicidal. Let's just say she was suicidal. So you really can't start throwing these allegations out until you know the full story. Nobody knows the full story yet. Her family's making statements and everything like that. That's her family. They're emotional as well. Family gonna side with family. I wouldn't think any of my family would do that either. But you don't know what people got, what they're dealing with. You don't know what's in their head. Things like that. So they can't even say. She would have never done anything like this. Or people are going back to her old posts, and she's speaking positive and everything. Like her, I think it was her sister said, she had her highs and lows. Those were her high days. She wanted to make a video and post it on Facebook. Most people that are in depression don't want to make a video and post it on Facebook. So, just take everything with a grain of salt and see what happens, y'all. That's all I pretty much got to say about it. That's it. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll be doing more videos on things that pique my interest, stuff like this. I probably won't leave this video up too long. I'll probably take it down after a while. Not that anybody's going to watch it, but that was just my take on it. What do y'all think? Leave comments down below. Like, dislike, whatever you want to do. Appreciate y'all watching. Peace.